Welcome to your daily focus for January the 25th, 2017. My name is Tilly and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for us today. It's the Tower again. Well, we really need to clean house, don't we? We really need to put our minds and our conscious effort into closures, endings, completing things, getting rid of the clutter, looking how to simplify so that we can bring in the abundance, so that there is space for it in our lives. Seven of Cups. Let's see how the other energy comes into that. Page of Cups. I always get different messages with that, so let's go with that. Now, the Page of Cups is very promising, especially after the Tower. Oh, look at this. We need to let go of the past. We need to let go of things that wear us down, hold us back, the stresses in life. And usually the stresses that we allow ourselves to stay in to that kind of vibration. Because sometimes it's a very conscious effort to shift your mindset to positive, of what can be, of what can become, of what already surrounds you, rather than something that has disrupted your life, changed it in some way, moved you into a different path, didn't give you what you were expecting. And it's done it for a reason, so that we can look at it as a useful tool moving forward. And we look at all the things that are around us in our lives. Look at all those cups, and they're all filled with different things. There's one that's empty, so we can fill that one ourselves. Or maybe we feel that our cup is completely empty. And we start telling ourselves things like, oh, bad things always happen to me. I just don't have any luck. You are inviting that energy in. You are inviting that energy in. Good things don't happen to me. It's probably the worst affirmation you could possibly say. Good things always happen to me. I look towards the abundance, the happiness, the joy that is already in my life and what is to come in my life. This could be good health, well-being. How do you want those cups filled? And how are they filled right now? Take stock today. And understand where you are at in certain areas of your life and where you want to grow and where you want to prosper. And if you're not, then ask yourself why you're not. Because chances are you need to let go of something or release something or close something, shut down something, walk away from something. Allow yourself to forgive yourself. To move forward. Because the third card is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups offers us whatever we want. Now our intuition is extremely intense when the Page of Cups shows up. We can receive messages so easily. So meditation, prayer, reflection, silence. Turn off the TV, turn off the computer, turn off the phone. Perhaps this is the day you need to leave your cell phone at home and see how far you get before you start to twitch. and understand truly. I mean, we are going into a new moon, the first new moon of the year, and then that leads us into the eclipse season, doesn't it? And the exciting thing about this new moon, well, I should save it for the new moon video, but I'll tell you now because I'm excited about it, is within 2 hours or so after the new moon, I believe it's Mars moves into Aries. So Aries is the sign of I am, the independent, the pioneer. And one, we've had so much about the one energy. We are in a 1 year. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 equals 1. Well, equals 10, which boils down to a 1. We are in the month of January. This is the first new moon. It's in Aquarius, which is the 11th sign. So here we are, and we stand on the brink of our tomorrow. And how do we want that cup filled? Like I said, when I believe it was probably stepping into 2017 or embracing 2017, which I think I made a little earlier, and how to walk into getting ready to embrace the new beginnings. But then when we were really stepping into it, maybe, I said, this year is going to be, where am I putting my focus? Why am I putting my focus there? And does it need to be in a different direction? Do I need to put my focus somewhere else? And so these cards together, I haven't even got the angel card yet. These cards got me all excited, actually, about what we can do today, how we can master our lives today, and how we can look at things that we thought were defeating us and taking it and turning it into a positive. And it may take you years. So, I mean, it could be something from deep in your past where you come to the realization. You know, I raised 3 kids on my own, 2 of them with autism, without a penny of support. And so when I look back, I can't say, well, you know, I did get that monthly check and it did help somewhat. You know, he came around and took them once in a while so I could get a break, so I could get some respite, so I could recharge my batteries. But he did none of those things. So I can truly say, wow, am I strong? Wow, I can do anything when I put my mind to it. I don't know how I got through that period of time in my life, but I did. I'm here, and I'm stronger and more empowered for it. And a part of it is realizing the empowerment I had when I didn't even realize. When I was probably sitting there crying into my pillow every night, wondering how I was going to make it through the next day. But I did, and you will, and you have. An angel card. We don't need that deck anymore. Well, we do. Probably we do. I don't like to argue with my angels and my guides, so sometimes when I pick up a deck, that's the one we're dealing with, regardless of what my normal habits may tell me to do. So we have an exciting day to really allow some doors to close in our life, to release some energy, to pick ourselves up and think of the positive. And this might be something that we have to do very consciously. Okay, not necessarily when I talk to you, am I telling you the energy that you're just going to feel and you're going to gravitate towards. Sometimes it's we need to put the focus on us and our future and our path forward and where we are now. Exhaustion. 26. Is the new moon at 8 degrees? I think it is. So 6 plus 2 is an 8, and that is your empowerment. It's your empowerment. That's how you, you know, it's the eternal, right? It's one of the 2 numbers that you never have to take your finger or the pen away from the paper in order to draw is the 8 and the 0, if infinity. All encompassing. Leaving one path, growing into a new path. So exhaustion. What's exhausting you? What's tearing you down? What's depleting your energy? Is it your health? Then how are you going to change that? What are you going to do differently? Where are you putting your focus? Is it on your eating patterns? Is it on your sleeping patterns? Is it on your exercise program? Because sometimes if you can't sleep at night, it's because you didn't have enough exercise throughout the day. Now get out there and get tired. And when you go for even like a 10-minute walk, that picks up your vitality. I mean, scientists have proven it. It raises your energy level, your happiness. You feel less stressed. So if you're feeling stressed, go for a power walk today or just a leisurely stroll. And give yourself some time to reflect and understand why the Tower card has been here for 2 days straight on us, trying to exhaust us in many ways. But it's exhausting us for a reason, so we look at it. Look at the abundance you have in your life. Look what you have to work with. Look at those empty glasses and how you want to fill them. Because we have the Page of Cups here saying yes. You can fill it any way you want. And we are very intuitive. Now this could be love opening up, new relationships, new partnerships, stepping into like-minded groups, team play, brainstorming new ideas, new approaches, creativity flowing, new ways of creativity too, stepping into creativity, looking at different ways to think, because the Page is very young energy. He hasn't been told, or she hasn't been told no yet enough times for it to say, no, maybe I shouldn't go that route anymore. Instead of persevering and pushing through. So we have to remember when we have that young energy that we need to persevere. We need to push through. Let's see what our wise animals have to say today. So the wise, I always call them the wise animals, but it is the higher intuitions oracle deck, okay, for anybody who is curious. But I think I list them, I'll have to check in the write-up down below, off to the side, above, wherever it shows up for you. It's somewhere. I think I do list the decks, so. Thought we got away from it, but it's balance. I guess temperance wasn't too long ago either, and that has a lot to do with our balance. But it was creating with temperance coming out. What was that, last weekend? Temperance coming out was telling us to raise our sights to a new balance, to bring in, so that could be a little bit of this energy again, of maintaining the balance. Here's the moose. He's got his head nice and straight. There's a bird on each side. But he wasn't planning for that. But they will. They'll pick off their birds that sit there, and they'll sharpen their beaks. But it's about balance. Now, with the Temperance card, it was stepping to a new balance, bringing in different things in our life, or making things work in our life that before it seemed impossible to balance, maybe work and home, or your spirituality and your social life. Your health and well-being, your stature in the community. And what are you trying to balance? And what seems next to impossible to balance in your life? Because we could be bringing it together today. Balance, release, recalibrate, dignity. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do that something that I can do. So is there something that we are procrastinating on, not moving into on purpose, holding back? Even though everything seems right about going forward, you're still holding yourself back. There's still that fear. There's still that, oh, I don't know. Why are you saying that? What's the root cause? Tear off that band-aid. Get under the surface today. Understand. Because I think there can be a lot of healing today. Because these cards also give way to healing being gifted to us if we search for it, if we long for it. Moose tells you that it's time to realign your purpose. By looking within and noting what you are doing outwardly, you will then begin to see where you need to recalibrate your life. Balance is key to enjoying your life, but many times it is lacking. You may feel as if you are on a teeter-totter. Sometimes your moods are up, and sometimes your moods are down. Don't allow a brief moment in time to destroy your balance. Moose walks with dignity. It is time for you to hold your head high and stand tall. It so is. It so is. I mean, if nothing else, with the sun and the moon in Aquarius, it is saying, it is demanding you to be your unique, authentic self. Oh, and that's it. We then went to mouse. So, I am still one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can still do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do that something that I can do. And that's by Helen Keller. So, today we begin to see where we need to recalibrate our life. So, don't allow a brief moment in time to destroy your balance. You know, sometimes it's a simple word or a gesture, and you carry that anger or that, you know, it could be somebody just pushed you the wrong way or bumped into you and you spilled your coffee, and you allow that moment in time to completely eat at you the entire day. They didn't even turn around and say sorry. I don't even think they knew they did it, clumsy oaf. It always happens to me too. I mean, I just washed this suit. And now it's ruined. Now I gotta pay to get it cleaned again. I didn't even get to wear it. Now I look like I look horrible for work. Everybody's gonna look at it all day. And it shrinks you. It slowly shrinks you. So focus on, you know, I don't know where the positive would be there. Maybe you didn't like the suit anyways, and it gives you a good reason to finally chuck it. Simplifying your life in the process. Maybe you just need to concentrate on the positive that you want to build and not allow that to fester and grow, or something along those lines. Somebody said something. You know, don't take it to heart today. Or maybe you need to take it to heart, but you don't need to wallow in it. So, I've jabbered far too long. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.